Iolani Palace, the place that marks our status as a modern nation among nations. The cornerstone was laid in 1879 and the palace completed in 1882. Today it stands a living symbol of our royal chiefs, our monarchy, our beloved Hawaiian nation. Today, on Tuesday, January 17, 1893, the Queen's cabinet ministers visited the American minister asking him to clarify his actions. They received no clear answer, so they decided to draft a written request asking for the American minister Stevens' support to maintain the monarchy. At 2 o'clock, Minister Stevens received a communique from the Queen assuring him that she would uphold the Constitution of 1887. This was the third such affirmation that he had received from her in the last 3 days. In the meantime, the Committee of Public Safety was over at the Armory putting the finishing touches on their document, declaring a provisional government. Their plan was to go with armed forces to Iolani, take over the building and read their declaration. At 2:30, there was a distracting incident on 4th Street. A Hawaiian policeman had been shot, trying to stop a delivery of ammunition to the Armory. Taking advantage of this distraction, the Committee of Public Safety, along with a few armed guards, scoped out Iolani and, finding it relatively empty, at 2:45, read their proclamation for a provisional government in a somewhat secret gathering. Then they immediately went to ask Minister Stevens for his recognition and aid. Only minutes earlier, the Queen had sent a written request to the minister asking for his assistance in maintaining the monarchy. But at 3:10, the American minister, John L. Stevens, sent out a message saying that he recognized the provisional government of the Committee of Public Safety as the de facto, or the existing government.
Where is Queen?
Queen Street?
No Queen. Hawaii Queen.
What is it exactly that you men want?
Fight! We come to fight for the Queen. Because we heard their trouble for her. You listen, lady. We really mean it. We heard those no good, rich, howly plantation learners like to take the government. No good. No good. Listen. I still remember when us Japanese first came. We only had a contract with lunar owners, plantation, no protection of Hawaiian government. Those agreements, men say nice things, but when we go to plantation, they treat us like dogs. They don't remember anything they promise. They're supposed to give us 5 gallons of water each day. We need water to cook, drink, wash and make flour. We work damn hard too. 26 days a month, 10 to 12 hours every day. We need water. In the place they like us to live in, better for pigs, I tell you. So no water, stink place for live, and when we have to rest because the sun is too hot, they beat us. If we leave it late, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, they take 1/4 of our day's pay. Everything was so bad. If a man is sick, they go to his house and force him to work. I saw a man drop dead in the field because he was so sick and they forced him to work. And you know what? We heard the owner. He said, good thing, it wasn't my mule. He cost plenty of money. That's how they think of us. Everything was so bad, Japan government threatened to stop immigration. But then Hawaiian government said we will be treated as wards. They protect us. Now, they are not supposed to beat us and they cannot cheat on the agreement. That's why we want the Queen. We don't want those men to be the government, then everything goes back. They'll make us animals, slaves. We will not be slaves again. We will fight.
Okay, please be quiet before you get all of us arrested.
No. Hurry.
The cabinet ministers and many prominent loyal citizens have advised the Queen to temporarily yield her authority under protest, not to the provisional government, but to U.S. forces. Their reasoning behind this is the obvious use of U.S. troops to intimidate and give the appearance that the provisional government has the support of the U.S. troops. By temporarily yielding her authority, the Queen will be entitled to what she believes will be a fair and just hearing. This is the Queen's statement. I, Iolani, by the grace of God and under the Constitution of the Hawaiian Kingdom, Queen, do hereby solemnly protest against any and all acts done against myself and the constitutional government of the Hawaiian Kingdom by certain persons claiming to have established a provisional government of and for this kingdom. That I yield to the superior force of the United States of America, whose Minister Plenipotentiary, His Excellency John L. Stevens, has caused United States troops to be landed at Honolulu and declared that he will support the said provisional government. Now, to avoid any collision of armed forces and perhaps loss of life, I do, under this protest, and impelled by said forces, yield my authority until such time as the government of the United States shall, upon the facts being presented to it, undo the action of its representative and reinstate me in the authority which I claim as the constitutional sovereign of the Hawaiian Islands. Now, we are counting on the government of the United States of America to right the wrongs that have been done here and give us back our nation and our Queen.